Hi friends, welcome to my YouTube channel SS Analysis. First of all, I would like to tell you that if you are watching this video first time, subscribe my channel to see my more upcoming videos on analysis of different commodities and equity indices. And second important thing is to watch this video till its end to understand this story to take your decision. Your one like will motivate me to be regular in working more hard for you. Let us start the day to analyze the movements of S&P 500 futures. Here you can see as the Wall Street's major indexes showed good reversal from the day's low amid growing hopes on Thursday after the US President Mr. Donald Trump laid out guidelines on Thursday for reopening the economy once again, which resulted in sharp upward moves. Here you can see that the S&P 500 futures started to move upward from the levels of 2741, and this move continued on Friday up to the levels of 2868. Here I find that the Friday's reversal seems to be a fast breakout amid still prevailing confusion over the guidelines laid by the US President, as the responsibility of reopening of economic activities has been laid with the governors of respective states to ensure return of Americans back to their work. I find that this has worsened the prevailing uncertainty even more, which may put the benchmark of S&P 500 futures in red during the upcoming week. So here you can see a daily chart of S&P 500 futures, where you can see that on March 23rd, 2020, S&P 500 futures have already tested the lows of 2175, from where we have seen a sharp bounce back. So here in the daily chart you can see that after a sharp fall which started from February 20th, 2020, we have seen a series of gap downs during the month of March, which resulted in a sharp downward move during the month of March, where the S&P 500 futures tested the lows of 2175 on March 23rd, 2020. So after a steep reversal, S&P 500 futures once again returned back up to the levels of 2868. Here I find that the S&P 500 futures have formed a bull trap, where I find that after the announcement of final guidelines, where I find that this breakout in S&P 500 futures once again looks a fast breakout, where the S&P 500 futures closed the week at 2868. Here I find that on the first trading session of the upcoming week, we may see a little bounce back if the S&P 500 futures find a gap up opening from this level, where I find that the S&P 500 futures may see sharp sell-off from the levels of 2962, where the S&P 500 futures may try to defend the immediate support at the levels of 2858. But on the other hand, if the S&P 500 futures find a gap down opening below the levels of 2828, here I find that the S&P 500 futures may find some support at the levels of 2767. But one more worst case scenario is the S&P 500 futures may see a big gap down below the levels of 2776. Here I find that a sustained move below the levels of 2776 may result in a sharp downward move up to the levels of 2678, where we may find some reversal. But if the S&P 500 futures breach this level during the upcoming week, I find that may see the continuation of a series of gap downs, as we have already seen during the month of March 2020. Here I find that the currently prevailing global lockdown situation has resulted in a more economic damage to global economies, where I find that the S&P 500 futures may lead this downward move. Once again, we may see the same directional move, I mean a series of gap downs, what we have seen during the month of March 2020, where I find that the series of gap downs may once again be repeated from April 20th to May 20th. We will see the same directional move with same gap down openings, where I find that the S&P 500 futures may breach the lows of March 23rd once again during the month of May 2020. Here I find that on the upper side the levels of 2969 will provide stiff resistance where the S&P 500 futures may see a series of sell-offs in every upward move, and on the lower side the S&P 500 futures have to defend the levels of 2619. Any breakout out of this range may result in a final directional move during this period, where I find that in case of a downward move, the series of gap downs may continue up to May 20th, 2020. So friends, be ready to see an action in S&P 500 futures. So if you like this video, don't forget to share this video with your more and more friends. Thank you.